Most people believe a lie about what getting rich actually feels like. They think it feels like walking into a dealership and buying a car with cash. They think it feels like popping champagne on a yacht or checking into a five-star hotel without looking at the price. We have been conditioned by movies and social media to believe that wealth is a loud, explosive, euphoric experience. But here is the surprising fact that nobody tells you. The process of actually becoming wealthy often feels exactly like being broke. In fact, if you're doing it right, building wealth can feel incredibly uncomfortable. It can feel tight. It can feel boring. It can feel like you're working harder than ever, but seeing zero reward in your daily lifestyle. You look at your checking account at the end of the month and it's empty. You look at your friends who are making less money than you and they seem to be having way more fun. And you start to wonder, am I doing this wrong? Why do I feel so poor if I'm supposed to be building wealth? The reality is, wealth is what you don't see. It is the money that is not spent. It is the money that is quietly leaving your life to go work for your future. There is a massive difference between looking rich and becoming rich, and usually these two things are mutually exclusive. My name is John, this is the Penny Plan, and today I am going to decode the 7 hidden signs that you are secretly getting rich, even if you feel like you are struggling. These are the subtle, invisible markers that prove you are on the path to the top 1%, even if your current reality feels like a grind. If you recognize these signs, do not quit. You are winning. You just don't know it yet. Before we reveal the signs, we have to talk about why this is so confusing. Why does success feel like failure? It is because of a psychological phenomenon I call the wealth illusion gap. Our brains are wired for visual confirmation. If you go to the gym, you want to see muscles in the mirror. If you go on a diet, you want to see the scale go down. We crave immediate, tangible feedback loops. But money is different. Money has a lag time. When you plant a Chinese bamboo tree, you have to water it and fertilize it every single day for 5 years. For 5 years, you see nothing. No sprout, no leaf, just dirt. If you stop watering it for 1 day, it dies. To the outside observer, and even to yourself, it looks like you are wasting your time. You are pouring resources into the ground and getting 0 results. You look like a fool. But then, in the 5th year, the tree breaks the surface and grows 80 feet tall in 6 weeks. Most people are in the watering the dirt phase of their financial lives. You are putting money into your 401k. You are paying down debt. You are building your emergency fund. And your lifestyle hasn't changed at all. In fact, your lifestyle might have gotten worse because you are saving so aggressively. The enemy here is the consumer matrix. The entire economy is designed to make you display your wealth. It wants you to take that seed money and buy a car so everyone can see that you are doing well. When you resist that urge, when you keep the money underground, you are fighting against your own biology and the pressure of society. You feel broke because your money is deployed. It is not available to you for fun. It is locked up in a prison called assets, doing hard labor. The person who feels rich usually feels that way because their money is loose. It is in their checking account, ready to be spent on dinner or clothes. But loose money is dying money. Tight money is growing money. This cognitive dissonance, the gap between your rising net worth and your stagnant lifestyle, is where people quit. They say, I'm working too hard to live like this, and they chop down the bamboo tree to buy a jet ski. Today, I want to show you how to spot the sprout before it breaks the surface, so you don't chop down your future right before it explodes. Here are the 7 signs that you are secretly becoming wealthy, even if you feel like you are just scraping by. Sign number 1, you are cash poor but asset heavy. This is the most common symptom of the early stages of wealth building. You get your paycheck, and within 24 hours, it is gone. But it didn't go to Amazon, it didn't go to a car note, it didn't go to a bar tab. It went to your Roth IRA. It went to your 401k match. It went to your high-yield savings account. It went to an extra principal payment on your mortgage. You have no money left to spend, so you feel broke. You might even decline a dinner invitation because it's not in the budget. To an outsider, you look like you are struggling. But if you pulled up your balance sheet, the graph is going up and to the right. This is the ultimate sign of discipline. You are artificially simulating poverty to create actual wealth. You are stripping your present self of liquidity to gift your future self with security. If you look at your checking account and it's low, but you look at your net worth and it's growing, you are not broke. You are highly efficient. You are a capital allocation machine. Sign number 2. Your financial life is boring. Drama is the hallmark of the poor. When you are financially unstable, life is a series of emergencies. The car breaks down and it is a crisis. The rent is due and it is a scramble. You are constantly juggling, reacting, and putting out fires. One of the biggest secret signs of getting rich is that the drama disappears. You miss a credit card due date? No, you don't, because it's on auto pay. Your tire blows out? You just swipe your card and fix it. You don't have to call your mom or sell your guitar. This lack of drama can actually feel weird. We are addicted to the adrenaline of survival. When things get quiet, you might feel like you aren't making progress because you aren't fighting a battle. But boredom is the sound of compounding. When your money is automated, when your bills are paid before you even wake up, when you haven't paid a late fee in 2 years, that is the sound of winning. Wealth is not exciting. Trading is exciting. Gambling is exciting. Investing is watching paint dry. If you are bored, you are probably getting rich. Sign number 3. You have stopped trying to impress people. This is a psychological shift that almost always accompanies a rise in net worth. When people have a little bit of money, they want everyone to know. They buy the Gucci belt with the big logo, they lease the BMW, they post the bottle service on Instagram. They are screaming, "Look at me, I have resources," because they are insecure about their standing. But as you actually get richer, a strange thing happens. You stop caring. You realize that the Gucci belt is tacky. You realize that the BMW is just a liability that requires premium gas. You start to derive confidence from your bank statement, not your brand names. You become comfortable wearing a $10 t-shirt because you know you have $50,000 in the market. You drive a 5-year-old Toyota because you know the guy in the Range Rover is likely drowning in debt. This is called stealth wealth. If you find yourself looking at luxury items and thinking, "That is a waste of money," rather than "I wish I could have that," your mindset has shifted from consumer to owner. You are no longer the target audience for status signaling because you already have the status that matters, freedom. Sign number 4. You calculate cost in terms of time, not dollars. A broke person asks, "How much does this cost?" A wealthy person asks, "How many hours of my life is this worth?" When you start getting rich, you begin to realize that money is infinite, but time is finite. You stop trying to save $3 by driving across town for cheaper gas. You realize that the 30 minutes you spent driving was worth way more than the $3 you saved. You might start paying for things that seem lazy to others. Maybe you pay for a grocery delivery service. A broke mindset says, "That's a waste of $10. A wealthy mindset says, "I just bought back an hour of my life for $10. That is a steal." When you start valuing your time higher than your money, you are crossing the threshold. You are beginning to operate like a CEO of your own life. You are outsourcing low-value tasks to focus on high-value activities, whether that is earning more income, learning a new skill, or simply resting so you don't burn out. If you are willing to spend money to save time, you are secretly getting rich. Sign number 5. Your panic number keeps moving up. When you are starting out, having $500 in the bank feels like safety. If you dip below it, you panic. But as you build wealth, your baseline for panic shifts. Suddenly, having $2,000 feels low. Then having $5,000 feels dangerous. Then $10,000. This is a phenomenon called hedonic adaptation, but applied to savings. You might feel stressed today because you only have $10,000 in your emergency fund. You feel the same anxiety you felt when you had $50. But step back and look at the math. Your anxiety is lying to you. You are stressed about a number that would be a dream come true for 90% of the population. This moving goalpost is a sign that your standards are rising. You are subconsciously preparing for a bigger life. You require more stability because you have more to protect. If you are stressing about having $20,000 in the bank, congratulations, you are suffering from success. Sign number 6, you are happy for other people's success. This is a subtle one, but it is powerful. When you are broke and stuck in a scarcity mindset, other people's success feels like a threat. If your friend gets a promotion, you feel a pang of jealousy. If your neighbor buys a new house, you feel resentful. You see the world as a zero-sum game. If they win, you lose. But when you are secretly getting rich, that jealousy evaporates. You know you are on your own path. You know your system works. You know your time is coming. So when someone else wins, you can genuinely say, good for them. You stop seeing competitors and start seeing case studies. Oh, they made money in real estate? Interesting. Maybe I can learn from that. They got a raise? Great. That means there is money in the market. This shift from envy to curiosity is a hallmark of the abundance mindset. It means you are secure. It means you are no longer operating from a place of fear. If you find yourself cheering for others instead of secretly hoping they fail, your internal operating system has upgraded to wealth mode. Sign number 7. Your passive income exceeds your monthly bills. This is the holy grail. It starts small, almost invisible. Maybe you earn $50 a month in interest from your high-yield savings account. That doesn't seem like much, but think about it. That $50 paid your internet bill. You didn't work for it. Your money paid your internet bill. Then it grows. Maybe your dividends pay you $100 a month. Now your money is paying your cell phone bill. Then it pays your car insurance. Then it pays for your groceries. You might still be working your job, you might still be grinding, but there's a silent crossover point happening in the background. The moment your investment income covers even one single recurring bill, you have broken the chain of slavery. You are partially free. Most people ignore these small amounts. They think, who cares about $50? The person getting rich knows that $50 is the seed of $5,000. If you are tracking your passive income, no matter how small, and watching it eat your expenses one by one, you are winning the game. You are building a machine that will eventually replace you. So, those are the 7 signs. You're cash poor, you're boring, you don't care about status, you value time, your standards are rising, you aren't jealous, and your money is paying bills. But here's the twist. This is the trap that catches people right when they're succeeding. It's called the arrival fallacy. You are working so hard because you believe that one day you will cross a finish line and you will finally feel rich. You think that when you hit $100,000 or $1 million, a confetti cannon will go off and your anxiety will vanish. The twist is, you will never feel rich. The feeling you are chasing does not exist. I have spoken to multi-millionaires who still worry about the price of gas. I know people with $10 million who still feel anxious about the stock market. The feeling of wealth is a moving target. If you are waiting for a feeling to validate your hard work, you will be waiting forever. And this is dangerous, because when you hit the milestone and you don't get the feeling, you might self-sabotage. You might think, well, saving didn't make me happy, so I might as well spend it. You might blow up your progress just to feel something. You have to fall in love with the process, not the destination. You have to find pride in the discipline, not the number. The feeling of being rich isn't a euphoria. It is simply the absence of panic. It is the quiet confidence that you can handle whatever the world throws at you. If you are waiting for fireworks, you will be disappointed. If you learn to love the quiet, you will be unstoppable. If you recognized yourself in any of these 7 signs, I want you to take a moment and acknowledge it. Stop beating yourself up for not being at the finish line yet. Look at how far you have come. You are building something real. You are building a bamboo tree. The world might not see it yet. Your friends might not understand why you drive that old car or why you don't go to the expensive brunch, but you know. You are the invisible millionaire next door in training. Keep watering the dirt. Keep trusting the math. The explosion is coming. If this video helped you validate your journey and gave you the motivation to keep grinding through the boring middle, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and like this video. It helps us find more people like you who are secretly building their freedom. I'll see you in the next one.